What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to
Greetings and salutations. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. So yet again, I'm doing an impromptu stream. One of these days I'll actually get around to scheduling it. But at the moment, quite happy to just be testing the games, testing OBS and testing all the settings that I have on my Stream Deck, which seems to change daily. So, as I was saying earlier, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day out there, and happy Friday or Saturday, depending on which region you're in. So, we're back in the bus. No particular reason. I've been having a lot of fun. If you had a chance to catch some of my earlier streams in Tram Simulator, and I need to remember I'm now no longer a tram. I've got a steering wheel. I need to actually get around to steering instead of just pushing an accelerator backwards and forwards. So, what's different today? Well, I'm now on the right hand side of my desk, and that means that's where the wheel is. So everything is now reversed. The monitor that I use to monitor, that was a double monitor there. The monitor that I use for OBS is now on my left-hand side, and the microphone is on the left-hand side, and all my keys are on the left-hand side. It takes a little bit getting used to, but it's a lot better than trying to recable the steering wheel and the Logitech controller and all the rest of it. So I just find it easier to move everything, or move myself rather than move everything. So let's have a look. What are we looking at here? Yeah, I've just started her up, and just going to go through the options actually. The only thing that really changes from day to day is the graphics. They don't seem to save themselves, or most of them do, but the lens flare, I never use lens flare. Contrast seems to be fine, gamma's fine, I think. And for anyone that's interested, you can see Epic. If you have a look up there, auto detect. If you hit auto detect, and I've got a 1080 GTX 1080 Ti graphics card, you use auto detect, and everything there was showing up as Epic. I don't need high anti-aliasing, and also shadow quality, I turned that down as well. It's not a high-end system, and I do seem to say that every time I stream these days, to be honest. Colonel Fork, how are you doing, my friend? Yeah, this is doing, literally and figuratively, doing my head in, because I now need to look up and to the left, and I just realised there's a light shining on it. But hope you're having a good day, my friend. I haven't spoken to you, it seems like, in a couple of days. Hope all is well. So yeah, we're back in the bus, mate. And I've just realised I've got the Logitech controller so close to the wheel. I hope it doesn't interfere with my perfect driving skills. But yeah, I really am loving the Logitech controller. And I put a picture up in my Discord actually. It's you've probably seen it. It's just basically full of buttons with an analog stick in the middle. But I'm finding more and more uses for it while I get around to actually building my own button box. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. You know, it's so funny. This is the time of night when could do with a wee dram or something, but I'm on sleeping tablets, nothing major. I just don't sleep very well, and I went to the doctor the other day and he gave me some blood pressure. So I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to be drinking alcohol. You know what I mean? I can take it or leave it. But at this time of night, you know, it's sometimes nice to just chill out and relax. But I'm going to stay off that for the time being, I think. What is it? 10 to 10. Cowboy time, as we used to say. But yeah, absolutely, mate. It's quite amusing the other day. Katie UK joined the stream, and it was very nice of her to actually come along, and she said that she actually misread the stream. She thought it said train sim, not tram sim, but she enjoyed it anyway. And I was asking also on the stream yesterday, has anybody out there heard of tram sim? Not one single person said they'd even heard of it until I actually started streaming it. And talking about streaming, let's get this going. And I'm hoping it's going to work. It worked like 10 seconds ago when I was checking out all the controls. So, as you're in the stream there, Colonel, let's push this into dynamic weather, because I know that's your favourite, mate. And to be, you know, it was actually becoming mine too. I was thoroughly enjoying using dynamic weather. But nothing else has changed. They did an update about 10 days ago. Still early access. Still no news on when they're actually going to be getting the next patch out. But they said it's probably going to be about June at the earliest. So just did a quick scan of my frames here, just make sure nothing's looking untoward. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm now streaming at 1920 by 1080. But only at 30 frames a second. And I've got like one dropped frame in 17,000. So I think we've got a working solution here. And I'm using it like 4.5 megabit per second. Seems to work. You know, I don't want to bump it up too high, especially with Twitch. I know that if you set it too high, a lot of people on Twitch can't use it because there's no way to actually tune it down, I think, unless you're a partner, I think. I'm not quite sure. You're probably more familiar with that than I am. Anyway. So let's get going. Like I said, at least we've got some people here in Twitch only. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the stream. I'm back in the bus again. So let's get going. Custom control mode. Yep, 12 meter 3-door. Let's just leave that one alone, I think, actually. Let's leave that one alone and see where we end up. Let's get going. So, like I said, I've got all my buttons all set up. And I've got a keyboard, but the trouble is I'm now reaching over the wheel, so I probably need to get something to support the keyboard, actually. Not a problem. Alrighty. Oh, here we are. Okay, well, let's get going. And let me turn down the resolution on the mouse. I got myself a new mouse. It's a Razer Thunderbolt, I think they call it. But the audio should be the same as it was before, Colonel. Nothing's actually changed, except I've gone from the tram simulator to the bus. So hopefully everything's all the way it was before. Hey, my wheels work. Okay, so let's try my buttons. Let me try the starter. Okay, that's the ignition. Hold it in and get the engine going. Haha, you gotta love it. And these force feedback steering wheels, I tell you, you can actually feel that as the engine starts up. There's not a lot of feedback on this, except when you go across drains and things like that. Thanks, Colonel. That's very kind of you, mate. And I've completely forgot what I need to do here. Oh yeah, trip computer. Now then, which number was that? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, relearning it. I told you it's been a while. 9, I think. 9. There we go. Okay. 17032. 17032. Okay. It's strange how when you don't play something for a while, you completely forget what you're supposed to do with the commands. I'm sure, you know, it's the same with aircraft. You know, you get so familiar with one, and you don't use it, and then you just completely forget it. So, I'm going to be dilly-dallying here at the moment while I figure out what I need to do. So, shut the doors. Let me have a look up. Oh, that went crazy. So, shut the doors. Okay, handbrake. Did I set a button for the handbrake? That's the next question. Oh, and I can't even reach the pedals. Yeah, badly prepared here. So, have you stream it whilst flying a Santini air helicopter out of the Van Nuys north of LA and heading to the desert? responses might be delayed. Not a problem, mate. It's good to have your company. And I'll just keep chatting away and hopefully I won't lose too many wing mirrors. So it looks like I haven't set a button up for parking brake. I wonder. Hey, okay, I've got one on my wheel. Okay, well let's get going. Let's see how many wing mirrors I can destroy here. Oh, let's put it into gear as well. Perfect. This feels very weird. And I mean very, very, very weird. And one thing that was interesting is I found there is a zoom for the GPS as well that I didn't know existed. Turn those indicators up, James. They're annoying. And for anybody that's seen this part of the route before, this is a common occurrence here. But we're in no hurry. We're never in a hurry with my passengers, which is a good thing actually. Oh, so I do need... No, I know as soon as I go forward he's going to come out. Oh, stay there, mate. Excellent. I think they've... Oh, I hit something. Yeah, I definitely need to work on this setup because I'm reaching over one controller to get to the keyboard to get to the Stream Deck, which is under the microphone. Feels very claustrophobic actually. Doors all. There we go. Yeah, it feels like I'm like tied in here. But you know what? It's a work in progress. And then somebody wants change. Okay. Good evening. Have you missed me? Speed up mouse. There we go. Alright, €3. Single ticket AB. There we go. Single AB. Thank you kindly. Excellent. Doors. Yeah, it's very strange when I have to physically look and see which button to press. It's not the end of the world. It's a game. So that was interesting. Streamlad says take a break and we want to be doing this for 10 minutes. It cares. Yeah, literally been doing it for 10 minutes. But for me a lot of the fun is actually getting this all set up properly, you know, running the cables right and getting everything working properly. And there's that. There we go. Oh, I leaned over to read the chat and I pushed the brake in. Never mind. But yeah, like saying everybody, welcome. This is the bus. It is literally called the bus, and I, for some reason, I emphasise that every time. Every time I say the bus, but it's all good. Oh, wrong direction. Oh, somebody wants. There we go. Yeah, it's very, very strange feeling here that I don't know what I'm doing. And I've only been away from it. Mind you, I haven't streamed in, I think, 12 days, 10 days, something like that. So that was my own fault, actually. I don't know why I never got back around to it. I think I was too busy running cables and trying to sort things out. Ticket ABC, ABC single ticket. There we go. Did I not give you a change? Yeah, I did. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Let's get going. This is back to watching the vans again. But I think I need a better setup. I know that you can get a keyboard stand as such. I do need to do something like that. I do need to do something like that. Because again, my left arm is literally just able to squeeze underneath the microphone. I guess the other option would be to actually unbolt the steering wheel and move it. But the trouble is, it's the stuff under the desk. I've got the Thrustmaster pedals on the left desk, and I've got the Thrustmaster driving pedals on the right desk, and those are a real pain. I don't want to be moving those around too much either. So Colonel Fork says, I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing with streaming. Nah, I tell you what, mate. What is it they say? Sound confident and people believe you. And no, you always do a grand job, myself, my friend. You know, you always do a grand job. And the thing is to not panic, and not I'm not. That's not a comment to you, but in general, is to if something happens, is to deal with it. It's and I think you do a fine job, mate. As you said, it's like Two-Tone Murphy learnt from you, and now I'm learning from you, mate. So don't underestimate your skills, my friend. A bit like my driving skills. Ace, there we go. That's going to be my driver's name, I think, Ace. Ace McLeod. Oh, oh, hit something. Oh, yep. Improvise, adapt and overcome. Yep. And you know, to repeat what I said several weeks ago, it's a strange feeling that when you're the one doing the talking, because when people are listening to you, generally speaking, they are, well, again, from my perspective, you know, it's like I enjoy listening to it, and if they have a problem, it's like you don't expect. Where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? I think you just go with the flow of the chat. That's probably where I was heading with that, regardless of what actually goes wrong. You know what I mean? Nobody makes a big deal of it. It's just part and parcel of streaming. But when you're the one streaming, it's like it's easy to think, okay, people are watching, okay, I need to get this fixed. But the reality is everyone's quite happy, you know, except I haven't opened the doors. I've got buttons for the front, middle and rear doors, but again, I'm not going to fuss with that too much at the moment. I got enough to be contending with not trying to run into the microphone at the moment. 3 doors, ticket AB, thank you kindly. There we go. One thing that buttons. One thing that I find very interesting. Oh my word, motion sickness. One thing I find very interesting is shut the doors, James. Is that the bus simulator is based out of Berlin, and the tram simulator or tram sim is based out of Vienna. They're all published with Aerosoft. And it seems to be a big market over there for simulators like this, you know. Oh, James, you're driving like a person that can't drive. There we go. So for anyone watching, please excuse my driving. So I'll have a look at that in a moment there, Colonel. Bear with me. Friedrichstraße. Alright, so the Colonel says having an active chat makes things easier. I run out of things to talk about very easily. Nah, I don't know. See, again, it's like the perspective of the listener stroke viewer and the presenter. I never noticed that. But I think I run out of things quite quickly. And that's why I start going so, and as I was saying and repeating myself, it's it never comes across, Colonel. It never comes across that way, mate. But what I've started to do, or not started, what I do is, even before anyone is in the chat, I just start talking. And as you said, pretend you're talking to someone across the coffee table. And try not to bore them to tears, of course. So I'm starting to realise that I don't like the buttons. I don't like the buttons here. It's too much, if you know what I mean. I've got buttons on the steering wheel, now I've got a button controller. But again, it's all cramped in, so I'm not enjoying using it at the moment. Maybe I just need to give it a wee bit more of a chance, actually. I haven't reached that phase of the journey where I can hang my arm out the window and relax, which we were at before, if you remember. Just bimbling along. Yeah, I can't really see my stream deck either, so work in progress, as they say. See, the roadworks are still still haven't been finished. Oh, keep moving, dude. But it looks like we got ourselves a beautiful, bright, sunny day, and I never even checked when what season this was. Okay, so open the doors. Yeah, that's the trouble when you change buttons. The muscle memory goes. But I'm happy I did. It gave me a chance to try it. I realise it isn't the best option. But I'm using a Rode mic stand for my Elgato Wave 3 microphone. But it just doesn't, I think I might try to get a wall mount or something so I can mount it higher up and then coming down rather than on the desk pointing up, so to speak. But it's all money, you know. You know, I've got a microphone stand. I know what I'll do. I'll probably build a bracket and perhaps turn it upside down. That will be an easy... Yeah, you know what? There's an easy solution. Yeah. See that, Colonel? You're on my stream and already you're inspiring, mate, you know? You're giving me ideas I hadn't thought about it. Here's another idea. Let's see if we can get through here without having a smack. Hey, made it. Okay. Yeah, I'm back to narrating my achievements of not running into things again. My successes are measured on the amount of non-failures I have, if that makes sense. Rather than the other way around. Oh, James, it's a 20 here, I think. Yeah, 20. I remember that much. Yeah, it's a foggy morning. Looks like the sun has gone in as well. I do like this dynamic. I really do like this dynamic, Colonel. This dynamic weather. We had sun a minute ago, now we're in fog. And I wonder if the button for my map still works. Hey. Excellent. Oh, right, we're heading towards the airport. I should have remembered that, actually. So, Colonel Fork says, I seem to have that effect on people. Yeah. You know what? What's that phrase? Well, British Telecom used to have a phrase. It's called. They said it's good to talk, and it really is. You know, talking, bouncing ideas off people, and even just the fact that you're verbalising it. So, yep, there's a sail on. Alrighty. Yeah, like I'm saying, I've set up. What have we got? We got lights. Oh, that works. Okay. Which I don't think I had before. So I've got my lights, I've got high beam. So those work. What else have we got? Forward reverse gear. Yeah, let's turn these lights. Oh, let's just keep them on dim, I guess. There we go. But I actually bought the Bell helicopter for Microsoft Flight Simulator earlier. And I think Murphy said that on the easy settings, you can actually use an Xbox controller. So I tend to try that out. I don't have. I've got a joystick. What is it? I'm not sure if it's a Thrustmaster, but I can't see it from here. But I've got a HOTAS joystick, and but I want it to be simple. I just want to try it out on the simplest mode possible, you know, and just get a feel for it, I guess. Unlike this bus driving here. I'm just going to open all the doors. There we go. So 4, 9. There we go. I'm remembering which buttons to press. But what I want to do is do a keyboard macro or a mouse macro, so I don't have to keep clicking on this. But the trouble is it probably wouldn't work on the coins. I haven't said that because the coins are in different positions each time. What do we want? Ticket AB. No, ticket AB. Okay. Thank you, sir. And we're all good. Doors. And off we go. Oh dear. Yeah, my driving hasn't really improved. Yeah, I think it was a little bit more than what Murph was saying in dollars. I think it was 30. It was $30+ anyway. You know, I'm happy with that because I don't plan on buying a lot of helicopters. Please don't come out. Oh, you're going to do it. I don't plan on buying a lot of helicopters. Again, to me, the Bell is, I mean, a petrol-driven helicopter. That appealed to me right away. That's like the equivalent of the GA aircraft for me, you know. That's like the little Cessna 152 out of helicopters. So I know I won't be... Wow, actually the first time I've ever seen a speed limit. How sad is that? Am I even looking at the road? But yeah, this feels very strange. This feels extremely strange. I'm just enjoying listening to the engine rumbling there. So, when I started the stream, everybody, I was mentioning that there's no additional DLC and no additional updates just yet. But when on the Discord, the TML Studios Discord, they're saying that Phase 2 will be out, but it won't be before June. So we're on 1.1 at the moment. They've actually had one beta patch, and there was another smaller patch as well. So this will be the third, patch, update, whatever you want to call it. But I'm happy with that. You know, as I said, it only came out on the 25th of March this year. So ticket AB, there we go. Thank you, sir. Yeah, this does feel very clunky. Very clunky. I need to get my controls sorted. Yeah, and I think the only reason that I didn't put the microphone on the wall is because I've got the 27-inch monitor on the wall. There's only so much wall space. So I'll have a read of your comment in a moment there, Colonel. I want to see if I can get through this road without the A word. Accident. Absolutely. So far I'm doing well. In my eyes I'm doing well. Oh, I hit the curb. You feel that through the steering wheel and the drains. So every time you see it twitching, that's it running into a drain. Whoa, somebody came out there. But I'm really looking forward to this. This to me is... I love driving simulators. You may have noticed that. I love flight simulators too, but as I mentioned to someone earlier, until somebody invents a 36-hour day, there's no way that I can fit it all in. Oh, didn't hear you come in, mate. Oh, that's why. It's a €10 note. Okay, €10, 24-hour ticket. Okay. Thank you, sir. So far the AI doesn't talk back, which sounds weird because none of them talk back. What it means, they don't have a voice at the moment. OMSI is the other bus driving simulator. The AI has a few words, not many, but that's another one that was developed in Europe. But yeah, it's starting to feel very claustrophobic with all of this stuff stuck around me. It's all good. Nice cars. Oh, look, see that? There's another road sign that I'd never seen before. 50 kilometers an hour. You know, it's a lot to take in when you're learning any simulator. You know the routes, and I haven't even looked at the map, to be honest. Well, I'm looking at it now, or the GPS rather, but I haven't completely forgotten everything. So Colonel says only modern piston-powered helicopters are from Robinson. Most are turbine. Yeah, I didn't know that, mate. But yeah, I will be honest, I had no idea they even made piston engines for helicopters. But you know, that again, it appeals to me. What I'm probably going to do I will do a stream actually in Microsoft Flight Simulator, drum roll. But yeah, using the Xbox controller. To me, it doesn't detract from it. It's like, you know, I mean, if you want to detract from it, I'm sitting at a desk anyway, you know, but the atmosphere doesn't change just because I'm using an Xbox controller instead of a joystick. So I need to actually remember if it's this right turn or the next one. Oh, miles away. Okay. I feel like a bus driver who's been on holiday and I've come back and this is my first day back at work actually. Oh, look at the cars. Hey, and the reflection of my lights are on the car. Excellent. Sorry guys and girls, I know I'm late. I'm always late. You should know that. Okay, open the doors. Jay Winokur uses an Xbox controller, says the Colonel. Yeah, you know, it was Diesel Dan. He actually mentioned, because I was trying to control the train simulator, I had actually built some keyboard macros using an analog joystick. Oh, dude. And it worked great, you know. But he was saying, have you tried using an Xbox controller? And I thought, you know what, I got one when I got my Oculus Rift CV1, and I'd never used it for anything, and I was really starting to enjoy it. Ah, Jay Whittaker, welcome, mate. And yeah, you know, when you actually get to grips with the Xbox controller, it's awesome. But like I said, my left hand shakes a lot. I blame the army. There we go. And my left hand just shakes a lot, and trying to control something with those little thumbsticks I find very, very difficult. But yeah, welcome, mate. Good to see you again. I hope the day is treating you well, mate. So here I am back in the bus, and all the wing mirrors are still intact, all the bumpers are still intact. This is a good stream. Oh, you know what? Let's wait, James, let's wait. Because here is my corner, one of my corners that I always cut too short. And I'm thinking I probably need to reduce the field of view so that I can actually see. Oh, there we go. I can see it now. Yeah, but I needed to turn the steering wheel to actually see that, so I'm clearing the corner there. But I always cut that too short. One of these days, TrackIR, I'm going to get it on. As I said, when you're watching somebody that has TrackIR, if they fidget around a lot, it's extremely distracting. And I know that Squirrel uses it, but generally speaking, he's doing a video, so he's not constantly looking up at chat and things like that. But and I know there is a pause button on it, but I don't know. And I also know you can adjust the sensitivity. And when I was using TrackIR, I made it that you could only look left and right, and up and down was extremely minimal. But again, it's something else. It takes a while getting used to. But I did find that TrackIR is really, really good when you've got a large screen, because you're still looking at a huge expanse in front of you. And I just whacked the microphone. And yeah, I found it a lot easier than with a smaller monitor actually. So I have to look. When they put paper money down, I never know they're there. Oh, excellent. So as I was saying, J-Dub, I'm actually using my wheel as well as my Logitech heavy machinery controller for the buttons, but it's actually too much because my hand is on the wheel, it's got the controller below it, the microphone above it, the keyboard on the other side, the Stream Deck on the other side. It's extremely clumsy. That's probably the best word for it. It's extremely clumsy at the moment. It doesn't feel natural, you know. When I'm streaming the tram simulator, it's actually very, very good because I'm on the left hand desk. It's a lot more open up. The microphone is on my right, So I need to look into cleaning this up a lot, actually. But when I did this earlier on, oh, he just ran a red light. Oh no, he didn't. That red light is for left turn. Okay. Let's have a quick look. But yeah, I'd never intended streaming. I did a couple of streams before, just a couple of small ones, test things out, and Colonel Fork was on them. But I don't know what made me actually get into it. But now, as everybody knows that streams, it's a completely different setup entirely. And as long as I don't keep bumping into the microphone. I dread to think what it would be if I had a camera here as well. I don't think I'd be able to manage all the buttons and all the rest of it, to be honest. Oh, I know where I am. Right turn at the end where the red building is. I'm completely forgotten everything. So as we had Colonel Fork starting out on the stream here today with us, I used dynamic weather. Because every time I ask for a suggestion, Colonel Fork says dynamic weather. And I found it to be very, very good actually. Today started out with a lot of sun on the ground, and we went into fog. Now it's cleared up a wee bit. So I'm really liking, and I'm watching the AI there. They do tend to walk rather well. I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever looked at them before. Too busy cleaning up glass from broken wing mirrors actually. But yeah, to repeat myself again, I feel like I've been on vacation, and this is my first drive back after taking a month away, and I'm trying to relearn how the bus goes. And if Alison was here, she'd say the wheels on the bus go round and round. I'm still admiring all the cars as well. So I need to remember which turning. Yeah, that's okay. And it's on the way back. I'm probably going to try and do the return journey as well. I do like it, and I was extremely surprised when I realised I was cutting out about a third of the journey. It's very, very strange. I thought, why is this not finishing? But at the moment, it still doesn't track. Still doesn't track anything properly. So the only thing I've really got here is hours behind the wheel. We're thinking 80 plus. So why are we stopping? Ah, okay, they're turning left. But the tram sim, for anyone who's seen me playing that is really, really, there I go, there's the next thing I need to stop saying. Really, really. But that's really capturing my time at the moment. Thoroughly enjoying it. I never thought I'd ever even buy a tram simulator, but I saw it the other day. I think it came out in August last year, and yeah, I got no regrets. It too is in beta access. Seems to be most of what I seem to buy at the moment is early access or beta access. I guess you could probably include Microsoft Flight Simulator in that, which I keep buying DLC for and I never actually get in it. I think the last time I was in Microsoft Flight Simulator was February this year. I know, because I looked the other day, I thought, when was the last time I played this? Am I in the right lane? Not sure. There we go. I'm indicating because that's the correct thing to do. Oh, we've got a single lane, 2 lanes, dunno. Oh, and one thing that I did forget to turn off was the speed compensation with the turning. You know, that was giving me the oversteer and understeer. I might turn it off next time and see, can I get through? You know what, I'm not in a hurry to get through here. I know I can, but yeah, I've got plenty of room on the left, haven't I? That's what wing mirrors are for. Oh, it's close. Can wait. There we go. Let's not ruin a good thing. So, do you want to what are you planning on getting? You're saying that at the moment you're using an Xbox controller. Do you have any thoughts on what you'd like to get next, mate? Alright. Oh, please, please, people. Up, 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 up. Okay, that was my fault. I'm now getting in a minor panic that I don't want to ruin this good streak. Oh, says Neely. Alright, let's get these people on. I'll read your comment in a minute, my friend. Alrighty, open the doors. Okay. So while they're all getting on, so Jay Winokur, the Thrustmaster Airbus stick. Yeah, you know what? Affordable. Not much free space on the desk, so I need something small. Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. At the moment, I need to get the microphone stand off the desk. I also need to get a keyboard stand, so it's like almost eye level, I guess. And talking to the Colonel, it was like, you know, it was like bouncing up ideas, and it was like, okay, you know, this is what I'm going to do. But for the keyboard, that can actually sit in the middle between both the desks, and if I put it on a little swivel, and because it's wireless anyway, so that's what I think I'll do again. It's like desk space is like a premium at the moment for me as well, even though I've got two huge desks here. And you've also got a camera as well, don't you, mate? It's so you need to make sure you're not out of the camera's view as well. That's all good fun. You know, I started streaming, I think, was it the 5th of April? Yeah, 5th of April. And the Colonel was probably the first person on my stream, and and you've heard me say this before, I'm really starting to enjoy this. It's I don't know, it's one of those things you can't explain. It's a bit like parachuting, I guess. You know, trying to explain the feeling to someone that hasn't done it, you need to do it to experience it. And it's the same with this streaming. And again, I can thank Two Tone Murphy for that, because I had a Twitch account from 10 years ago maybe, and I never understood what it was all about. And then he comes along on YouTube, and all of a sudden I'm seeing all these people having fun. And again, you guys have heard me say this before, but I started to get what it was all about, and now here's me doing it myself, you know. Whoa. Yeah, alright, sounds like I need some new tyres there. Delicate balancing act, says JW. Absolutely, mate, you know. And USB ports, I've got 3 powered USB hubs, and my problem isn't the power to the hubs, it's the actual resources within the computer. I can't remember what you call it. It's like addressing space, perhaps. I don't know how to say it without sounding ignorant here. I don't know what you call it, but there's more than enough ports for the USB hubs, but they just can't communicate with everything I had in. I think I had like 23, and that was a limitation of my computer, because I think USB can address up to 120 devices, but for some reason my computer says not enough resources. And well, so why are they not? So that car's blocked that lane. That lane's blocked this lane. That lane has blocked me. Oh dear. Well, this is not what I was expecting. I might have to... Alright guys, breathe in. I'll never make it through, will I? No. I'm gonna... You know what, I know it's only a game, but again, this... Thanks to Warhamster in his Grand Theft Auto comment. Oh dear. Right down, right. Okay. Did you guys see that? I impressed myself there. And I'm not lost. Wow. Did I mention I impressed myself with that one? Wow, that was amazing. 500 meters to the next bus stop. Wing mirrors and bumpers are all intact. Excellent. I didn't think I was going to make it through there. I'm late. What am I doing? 20 kilometers an hour? But that's fine. Yeah, I think slowly but surely I'm starting to get to grips with all these buttons, even though it does feel a little bit, you know, claustrophobic. Okay. Yeah, so what have we got there? Telly Internet Cafe on the right hand side. After squeezing through that gap there, I tell you, oh yeah. I'm going to have to make a clip of that and do that as a highlight, because that'll never happen again. So just checking the monitor and everything. I hope everything's all still working for everyone out there. It looks to be still streaming. Don't seem to be losing any frames. I hope everybody's good. So if one of you just wants to type in the chat and just go hello or something, just to, that would be good, because it's so funny when you don't see things move for a while. You start thinking, is it broken? Oh dear, not again. Right, you should have let me through there, but never mind. So like saying it, I'm monitoring the stream and it looks like it's frozen, and I certainly hope it hasn't. But if it has, not to worry. Alright, let's get these doors open. Yep, it's showing live. I think it's just the image is not doing anything. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's get going. Oh, there we go, everything's started moving again. It does look like there is some buffering going on, but I think what's happening is I'm monitoring this on the same computer that I'm streaming on, which is never a good idea. But it seems to be okay, actually. Okay, let's not tempt fate, and let's just keep on going. And another roadblock. You know what? It's 7 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Wow. Look at the difference in traffic. 7 o'clock in the morning, you've got all this rush hour traffic. That's where the problem is, guys and girls. It's rush hour traffic. I know one of the people in the chat earlier was mentioning that the problem with the GPS is that you look at that rather than the speedometer in front of you, and I have to confess I'm actually doing that myself, because like in the tram, I have no idea what the speed limit is half the time, so I need to look down at the GPS. And same as before, this is on a 50-inch, I keep saying 50 or 55, I think it's a 50-inch TV, so the speedometer is a little bit difficult to read. I can read it, 20, 40, 60, so should be easy to use that rather than keep looking at the GPS. But but I do need to learn the route. And there's the sun coming back out again. Yep, I really like this dynamic weather. I think I'm going to keep it on unless we get something really ridiculous. I know when it's extremely foggy, that I don't like too much, because I'm not quite sure where I'm heading, to be honest. And the other problem is snow. Everybody that's driving in snow knows how difficult that is. You know, you're sort of leaning over the steering wheel, like staring into space, literally, trying to look through the flakes of snow. It's quite a difficult thing to do. Could one of you guys in the chat just drop a quick comment in for me? Just want to see, because again, it's like it hasn't moved for a little bit. It looks like we're streaming okay. Just want to make sure we're good. Not seeing anything moving. Good to go. Thank you, mate. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I had a bit of a problem earlier, and Dangerous Dan said that he was getting some hiccups, but I looked up at OBS and there was a big huge burst of dropped frames, so that was on my side, but good, cool. And again, I think probably monitoring on the same computer that you're streaming on, when it's an i7 4790, not really the best solution. So I might, you know what, I've got a laptop that I use for astronomy. You know, there we go, there's a solution. It's not doing anything at the moment, so I could use that for monitoring actually. There we go, another problem solved. Let's change lanes here. There we go. Whoa! Dude. It's interesting how dude has become the international phrase for dude. You know, I've noticed people in Ireland are using it, Scotland, England, Canada. Everyone's become dudes these days. I can't even remember what you'd say in Britain now. Mate, I guess. Because mate can be yelled at or friendly, you know. A bit like dude, I guess. But yeah, I was tempted to jump back in here again and test the buttons out, and I do not think we have a winner. Maybe when the microphone gets, you know what, let's not say never, because maybe when the microphone gets moved, it'll actually work out a wee bit better. And as I said, the only thing I want to do with the microphone is come down from above the monitors instead of from the desktop, pointing upwards, so to speak. You get the point, you know what I'm saying. And I don't know why I need to look at the map, because I knew I needed to change lanes, so I know where I am. Okay. Yeah, this has been a rather tiresome journey actually. You know, not relaxing. A lot of traffic, so I think probably on the way back what I'm going to do is change it for maybe 4 o'clock in the morning or something. Just so there's a lot less traffic. And I appreciate you guys keep me company for the night. It's interesting that we're fairly early for America time, or Central US time. It's 11:15 at night, so the West Coast is what, 8:45. It's interesting. I would have thought maybe we would have got some people from other parts of America, but as we all know, Twitch is not the best place to be discovered. I think Impossible Is probably a better word for it. But and like I'm saying, because I'm not an affiliate, that's why I'm streaming on my YouTube channel as well at the moment. Yeah, let's try and get some extra people in here. But what does it say? It's not about quantity, it's quality. I'm in no hurry here. Now where's he going? Is he turning off? Yeah, I'm in no hurry to get a huge viewership, you know. It's just plod away, and again, the Colonel's words of wisdom. You know, just keep plodding away and, you know, become consistent and people will find you. It's, and that's the thing at the moment. I never schedule anything because I never really know. Well, first of all, I wanted to give it a go. I wanted to see if I would even enjoy this. Oh, rain. Alright, which buttons is my rain? Wipers. Okay, found them. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to just give it a go and see if I would even enjoy doing it, because again, it's, you know, it's not for everybody. You know, I am in bands, I play music, but to sit here talking to a live audience is a completely different thing. So I think now that I am enjoying it, but I don't know, I'm still not sure about scheduling. I think for now I'll just keep plodding away the way I am for now. I do like this dynamic weather though. I do. It's, yeah. It is extremely surprising how it changes. And look at it, you got the ground mist, we had sun, we had mist, and now we got the rain. Exactly what you get when you're driving a bus. Okay. Yeah, I'm really surprised I haven't bumped into the microphone more often, to be honest. Okay, you gonna let me through? No. I better put my lights on, actually. There we go. They let me out. But I hope everybody that's catching this stream. I've been looking at Twitch, not statistics, not really statistics, but the amount of views that my videos have been getting, and some of them got over 100 views. Now, I'm rather pleased with that. So it looks like some people are going onto Twitch and searching for videos of the bus and Tram Simulator. So a big shout out to everybody who's actually been watching these after the event. Very big thank you, actually. So, pink bus. There's your pink bus, Jay Whittaker. So, I have a feeling that the parked cars never move. I wonder how difficult it would be to you know, dynamically change the cars on the road, you know, giving them a random number or something. You know, and again, it's scenery that you see for what, 3-4 seconds. And I think the more that you do the route, actually, the more you'll notice things. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Loving this weather. And I think I've reached the stage now where I've actually forgotten that I'm sitting behind a wheel looking at a screen. I'm actually driving a bus, so I've relaxed into it a wee bit better now, which is good. But yeah, this is definitely good because it's given me a lot of ideas about how to... I still want to use the Logitech heavy machinery controller. Green light. Oh, right turn, James. Nearly did it. Nearly did it. That would have been bad. I still want to use the Logitech bar machinery controller, heavy machinery controller, and I still want to use it, but at the moment the microphone is smack dab above it. The good thing is that this is a basement, and for people in America, that you'll understand that. We generally have basements over here, not so much over in the UK. But the walls, I mean, I put the walls up, so it doesn't matter if I knock holes in them. In a tasteful way, of course. I'm trying to remember if I connected the horn up. Oh. There we go. And I was talking to a bus driver who was on the stream a few weeks ago, goodness me, I've been streaming that long. About 10 days ago. It's probably longer than that because I've been streaming for about 10 days, but 10, 15 days ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Sorry, I'm labouring a point there, aren't I? But he was telling me that the horn really does sound like that in real life. This is rather... I'm going to use the word pathetic because it's a horn. I've never... I'm allowed to say the horn sounds pathetic, I think. Here we are at the airport. You know what, let's not get carried away. Let's get everybody in. Let's get the bus parked, and then we can actually start our little ego dance because I did it. Oh. Let's turn these down a bit. Alright, James, you're doing a grand job so far. Let's see what happens. Oh, open the door. There we go. Yeah, and I can't really reach the keyboard too well either for a lot of the movement controls and the view buttons. Oh, what's it saying? What's it saying? Where's the map? Ha! Have I chosen a route that I've never done before? Look at that. Here's me thinking that I'm finished, and yet again, I wonder if the road's open. That would be exceptionally good. That would be good. Colonel, it is not a problem, mate. That is not a problem. So Colonel Fork says, sorry for being quiet. Been watching something rather emotional. I needed to collect myself. Okay, mate. Well, hope all is good. Hope all is good. It's funny. It's, yeah, I keep myself away from things like that because I know that I don't deal with it very well. It's funny, isn't it? It's like, we're supposed to be men. You're not supposed to get emotional with things. Yeah, I'm going back old-fashioned values there. But yeah, it's that's good, mate. That's good. But yeah, I think probably the most emotional thing I would probably watch would be Bambi. That's about it, mate. But yeah, I tend to stay away from stuff that gets me. I don't know. It's funny. I don't know what again. I'm saying about the army, but I've had some nasty incidents, like a lot of people, and I don't dwell on them. But again, I think as I get older, I just like, okay, same things I don't want to remember. Just want to relax now, It's when you're younger, things are different. But yeah, well, I hope everyone's all well, mate. But I'm not sure if you saw that, mate. This is a brand new part of the map. I had no idea. I really had no idea that there was other parts of it open. I don't know if it is open, but I'm going to give it a go there. But, again, this goes back to the fact that they don't have a manual yet. They don't have a handbook. And I really don't like hammering their Discord with, minor things. You look at anybody's Discord, whether it's a developer, and they get, the paint is the wrong colour and etc., etc. You get the point. And I didn't really want to bombard them with that because I know there's going to be a handbook coming out, but this is a complete surprise. Yeah, I'm excited. Heck, I was excited yesterday when I was in the tram, to be honest, but this is really cool. Yeah, and you know what? The longer you look at it, the longer the passengers have to wait. So at least now I know why it wasn't showing up. So, all right, let's shut the doors and One thing I do have set up is there's a button for all doors, middle doors or front doors. Will I ever use them? See, I want to do this accurately, but accurately within a controllable sense. I don't want to be constantly trying to look for buttons. You know, if I can use one button, which I do, I'm happy with that. I have the other buttons set up if I can get a configuration that will work for me. But at the moment, like saying, this is all really, really awkward. How's my lights? There we go, got my lights on. I'm going to actually take over 2 lanes here because I know, oh, exactly, yeah. That's what they do. Stay there, dude. Oh! Wing mirror. No! That was a left-hand light cluster. That was not my fault. That was definitely not my fault. I'm going to change lanes here. But I still find this outstanding to play, to be honest. I really do. And I'm controlling the wipers here as well with my thumb on the... oh, let's control the brake, James. I should turn the lights out. Then I really would feel like I'm in a bus on a stormy rush hour day. And you can tell this is rush hour, can't you? This is amazing. I guess I could always look, but you know what? It doesn't matter. But one thing I do need to do is keep an eye on the GPS, because this really is if the road is open. If the road isn't open, then I'll restart. But if the road is open, this is going to be a rather interesting journey. Yeah, it's we shall see. It'd be very nice to see something different. So, as I mentioned earlier, let's say I seem to get about 30% of my views on Twitch from people searching, and let's get through here. And if you're watching this later on, welcome to the stream. You know, welcome to the video. I hope you're enjoying it. There's a lot of people putting videos out there on the bus at the moment, but and they probably drive it a bit better than me, but it doesn't matter. I'm thoroughly enjoying it in my own way here. Oh, squeaky. So let's just make sure I don't lose where we're going. Oh, we're fine for a long way. I don't know where I'm looking. I guess if I don't look now... Whoa! Nearly. If I don't look now, I'll completely lose where I am. So, Colonel 4... Yeah, Colonel's asking if I played ETS and ATS. Yeah, I've probably got about 70 hours in each of those. Once I get a bit more comfortable with streaming and everything, that's definitely going to get added in, mate. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy those. I know Diesel Dan, he absolutely loves them. You know, he will reverse into every delivery point, whereas I turn that off. And again, you know, I make it so that it's playable for me. I cannot get used to the, you know, turning the steering wheel in the opposite direction type thing when you're reversing into drop-off deliveries. So I turn it off and I just keep it very, very simple. No one has my Scottish charm. Of course not, mate. As I was saying the other day, there can only be one Seamus McNeil. And for anybody that's interested, Seamus McNeil, he was an instructor at the College of Piping, where I got my my certificate in bagpipes, actually. So that's where I got the name many, many years ago. So I actually got my music certificate from him. in case anybody wondered. Ooh, that's my driving. I really am not focusing on the road here, I tell you. Oh, you know what? We don't stop here. Okay, this is one of my regular stops. My regular stops. Whoa! Dude. Priority road and all that. Okay. My next task is to stop saying dude. It's I think I've been saying it for so long now, and as I said, the whole planet says dude, so... Okay. But yeah, this is your dynamic weather, Colonel. So we went from beautiful sunny day into fog, and then into the rain. Really like it. I really like it. I might try dynamic during the day, during the winter as well. So let's... Yeah, Murph speak is contagious, Colonel. So far I've been able to avoid saying would you look at the state of that, or adding age onto the end of things, but it's really hard. And now I've got that in my mind, I think the next time I have an accident I'm going to say crashage. It fits. Okay, where are we? Nope, still on the same road. So, you know what's really interesting? It's not showing any distance to the next bus stop. So, I wonder what this is doing. Is this like dropping off a bus at a terminus? No, it can't be, because the terminuses or the stations haven't been implemented yet. Either way, it's showing me that I need to do this to complete the route, so... This is... Okay, I think the map is broken. Oh, I was getting all excited then. Because earlier I think it came down here. Now it's telling me I need to do the same route again, which I can't... Well, hang on, you know, maybe I can do that bit. I know that if you do that bus stop, you cannot get down here. But I've never tried it that way. So basically we're going... Oh, that's new as well. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking this is now broken, actually. Colonel Fork says dynamic keeps things interesting. Yeah, you know, it does actually. Yeah, you know, I think it's broken. But you know what? I'm going to carry on to the end. I got nothing else to do at the moment. So it looks like we are finishing at Alexanderplatz again. Oh, and you know, these bus stops are the ones that are from the opposite direction. That's what it is. So maybe, just maybe I need to... Maybe I'm ending at Alexanderplatz. We shall see. We shall see. And you know, it's so funny to look at this and go, oh, I'm not doing that. But you know what? It's a bus simulator. You know, if that's the route, then that's the route. It's almost like having a 12-hour flight and go, I'm not flying that far. You know what I mean? It's very strange. Sometimes we like things simple in our simulators, don't we? But I was watching the Winged Llama the other day, and he was flying a 737, all steam gauges, and it was an X-plane. And he was saying the FMS is a little bit basic, but you know, I was looking at it thinking, that appeals to me. I'm not really a big tube airliner fan, but the 737, it's a classic. You know, we all grew up with the 737s. It's a true classic airplane. So that's on my shopping list at the moment of possible maybes to get. Okay, something changed there. What's happening? Oh, it's clearing up. Wow, would you look at that? Yep, the sky is still a little washed out, but I'm loving this dynamic scenery, dynamic weather. Totally loving it. So yeah, the fact that it's got 0. If you look down at the GPS, it says 0. Let me move them. Whoa, making everything motion sick. Sorry about that. I'll do that in another bit. So to get back to tram simulator, I have to think about it because I kept saying bus every time I was in the tram. That is surprisingly enjoyable, and I say that because it really took me by surprise. I thought to myself, you jump in a tram, you drive, you close the doors, you open the doors, you drive, you open the door, you close the doors, you drive. There's no steering wheel, and I thought, very, very linear. And then I started it, and I've got like 7-8 hours perhaps now in it, and it goes back to that comment, simulation. Really enjoying it, and they just bought some new DLC out there. Oh, look at the stuff getting blown around. Is that birds? Oh, is that rubbish? I wonder what that is. It could be a glitch. Who knows? Doesn't matter either way. It does look rather glitchy, but I'm thinking that's leaves getting blown about in the wind, to be honest. But they brought out some new DLC, and it's the ULF. I think it's called Ultra Low Floor, the ULF Model A and B, I think it was. And I love it. Again, it's a clunky old steam engine or steam gauge type tram, and you could just hear it clunking along the road, and to brake with it, it was taking forever to stop, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it because the standard tram simulator comes with 2 trams. One of them is Flexi, and I think it's the E2 is the other one. I've never tried the E2. But I bought the ULF, like I said, and really enjoying it. But today was a matter of testing out, making sure that everything was working. One thing I did notice is all my scenes within OBS, I needed to change the Stream Deck because I've named the scenes depending on which simulator they are, and I might need to make them more generic. Like scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, so that I don't have the headache that I had earlier on with having to rename the scenes for the tram simulator and the bus simulator. Can I see the lights? Oh, there we go. Good stuff. But that's a minor inconvenience, So I see we got some more people here in Twitch. Very, very welcome. Hope it's either a Friday night for you or a Saturday, depending on where you're from. But welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a grand day, my friend. And if you've caught any of my previous streams, the other ones that I've been doing recently, the past couple, was Tram Simulator, and we're back in the bus at the moment. And the reason for that really is testing out new controls, new Stream Deck settings, and just get back familiar again with it. And then probably the next stream that I do will be the Tram again, Tram Sim, by the same publisher. So yeah, that shows my Discord up there. So if anyone's interested out there, that we do some flight simming, but it's mainly trucks and trains and buses and trams. So feel free to join us over there on our Discord. We've actually got a new section. One of the members suggested model making, and I thought, you know what, I do model making. Let's add it. It's not going to hurt. I mean, Discord is all about communicating anyway, and it fits in with the reason that I set it up anyway. So please feel free to come over and join us. And if you're not following me on Twitch, follow on Twitch would be appreciated, but not required. which is a nice thing to say. I've noticed my friends here who are also streamers, it's always good to say that, you know, it's nice to do but not required, because again, you know, your company is what we want here, and for you to enjoy the stream, of course. Yeah, and I'm gulping juice here. I hope it's not making too much of a racket over the microphone. Yeah, look at that sun, guys. It's that's impressive. And I think this is the 4.3 Unreal Engine. I think that's what it is. I could be completely wrong. I know it's version 4 point something or other. But yeah, those are leaves get blown around. The trees are moving, but not a lot. So I'm just, if I bear with me, I'm going to have a look at the map again, see if it's changed. Yeah, it's changed a little bit. See, I know if I... Well, you know what? Let's follow the orange line. So for those of you that have not seen this before, the orange line is the destination to your next stop. So for us, this is Alexanderplatz over here, which is where we started, and then we headed up to the airport, and it wouldn't actually complete this scenario for me. So it's actually telling me that I need to go back to Alexanderplatz, and we've never done that before. I'm 50-50 about as to whether or not the map is broken, because again, this is still an early access. It came out 25th of March this year. It doesn't matter if the map is broken or not, as long as I don't have to, you know, as long as I don't get stuck in a dead end, which happens a lot. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling along here. The only thing I need at the moment is a little nip of whiskey, which I'm not taking at the moment. So yeah, I was at the doctor's the other day, nothing major. They put me on some blood pressure tablets. Yeah, you know, just it's borderline, and sleeping tablets because my sleep is terrible. That's that's just one of those things. And I don't know if you can take alcohol with that. I don't miss it. You know, I'm not missing it at the moment. It's not like I'm. But you know, on a Friday night, it's always good to have a wee nip of scotch or something, or a beer. But I can wait till I go back and check. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. I am not convinced. You can you can tell I'm not convinced. Oh, the road is open. Okay. Oh, it looks like the light has changed, but wow, okay. You know what, we've come down here before. We've come down here before to miss the other error that is in the map. Yeah, I've definitely come down here before. So let's have a quick look. Yeah. So the error that I'm talking about, again, if you've never seen this before, is here, Turmstrasse. If you go straight on, you cannot do a right turn down here, and that's the way the route takes you. And the yellow is the route this way from right to left. As I said, that's the yellow is the route up towards the airport, and the orange line, that should be showing me my next stop. It says 0, so it could be the fact that it's using the last stop as a terminating point, as a terminus as such. Because they don't actually have the bus stations developed in the map yet, so it's either wrong. Well, I'm saying it's either wrong or right. I mean, that's a silly thing to say, but you get the point. I just don't want to get stuck. You know, it's not a pretty sight when I get stuck, you know. I can't reverse this thing to save my life, so anyway, so here we are again. But yeah, I recognise the road. And again, if anybody's not familiar with this, we're in Berlin. Having a grand time in the bus. Yeah, I've got my hands resting over the steering wheel like an old timer driver here. But, you know, it's like any simulator. Flight Simulator is a prime example of, you know, tweaking, adjusting, until you get it just exactly right, and this is no different. And the bus drivers, we've got 2 bus drivers actually who follow my streams, and they both said the same thing, you know, slow into the corners. And that was one thing that I was doing with Xbox controller. I was way too quick because I was having to use my left hand for steering and braking, and that was impossible. I just couldn't do it. And then now I've got my Thrustmaster pedals, I was still going into the corners way too fast. Because there's no feeling of motion. And you know what, talking about that, I'm going to, this is going to sound strange because earlier on in the stream I was talking about the USB ports and not having enough computer resources to run them all. But one thing I'm thinking about doing is getting a butt kicker. I've heard a lot of good things about them, about just that feeling of movement, you know, whether it's in a flight simulator or any simulator actually. You know, I've heard that people that use it, they're a little bit expensive. Stay there, my friend. There we go. There we go. Instead of calling him a dude, I'll call him my friend. There you go. But I'm thinking about getting one. I've got enough power sockets down here. When I built this room, I actually put, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power sockets. And you know, most computer equipment is fairly low amperage anyway, low wattage. But I know the butt kicker can take a wee bit of power, but you know what, it's not any more than a power amp and a speaker attached to the end of it, is it? So let me just check. You know, every time I check the map it seems to change on me, but straight on. Okay, so straight on instead of turning left. Better stop here as well actually. So and I've got to stop saying so in a high-pitched voice, but so I want to thank everybody for joining me here on a Friday night. I've seen a few people coming and going. Your presence is always welcome, so thank you very much for taking some time out your day to just check in on the stream and see what's going on. And I need to mute the microphone when I take a drink, so hold on please. Okay, so far so good. Like I said, I've had one mishap. Don't like calling them accidents. I've had one mishap, and that was a car that ran into my offside, rear offside. But I've been able to squeeze through a couple of gaps, and so far I'm doing really good. Haven't got any audio sounds on this, you know, like people have clips and applauses and things like that. Don't have anything like that so far, but can't think when I would need them, to be honest. Because everything that I've got set up as far as when people follow or subscribe, that's got its own audio. I'm probably talking about effects and things. So where are we? Trying to watch. And you know, this is exactly what it's like in real life, trying to drive with the sun in your face. I think the phrase impossible springs to mind. I think they've done a really good job of making it difficult to see but not impossible. So, yeah, so this is, we have never been on this road before. We have never been on this road before. I just hope I can get out the other end, because I know sometimes I've tried to, in fact, let me show you around talking about it. Oh, there you go, unfreeze. Okay, so I know sometimes we've actually tried to cut down that road, and I think we might have even tried to cut down this road, I can't remember. But we always got stuck. You know, always got stuck. So I'm hoping, I mean, it looks like the road is open at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. And if not, I'll just restart it. So, stop. Okay. But yeah, Track IR. I mean, I've got it set up next to me. Again, I don't know. I twitch around too much. No pun intended. You know, I look at the computer screen, then I'm looking up at my monitor up the top to look at the comments and things. I'm looking down at the buttons, looking at the steering wheel, looking over for a drink. And I know for myself, it's. I'm not going to say annoying because it's not annoying. I'm trying to think of the correct word for it. I get motion sick. That's probably better. You know, I just get dizzy watching it. So normally we would hang a left up here. Turn a left, there we go. Normally we would turn left up here. So this is definitely completely new ground. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. It's always nice to find a new route or a new part of a route, but oh, what did I say? Well, there's a shame. There's a real shame. So, what can we do here, guys? That is a shame. So yeah, the map is broken still. Let's try and take ourselves out here without too much damage. There we go. And let's make sure my button works for reverse. Yeah, they're not going to let me out, are they? They're thinking, what's that guy doing? Oh, you know what? That's a one-way road, isn't it? That's a one-way road. Sorry, lady, can't get on the bus. Dang it. So, yeah, I can see this ending in tears. Oh, that's a real shame. That's a real shame. Okay. Sorry, people. Right. Okay. Trying to stay there, my friend. Yeah, oh my goodness me. Yeah, I was getting all excited there, wasn't I? Like a big kid in a sweet shop. And I just whacked the microphone again, so I do apologise. I do like that reversing mirror down there that the GPS changes. I really want to try and get through here without too much. Dang it, there's a tree there. Goodness. Right, I missed that tree completely. Oh. Did I say I missed that tree? Oh my. Yeah, this is not going to end well. So, you know what? There's a button I found. And I'm not joking when I say that. There is an actual button here that resets the bus. So they probably anticipated reset bus now. I wonder what this actually does. Let's try it and see. Huh. Okay, I need to find out which way I'm looking there. You know what? I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so it looks like it took me back a little bit, but that's great. I'm suitably impressed here, actually. I'm suitably impressed. You know what? I mean, it's, okay, it's a get out of jail free card, but, nah, what can I do? Hang on. I just realised it's not that good, because I'm stuck again. Well, for shame, I think is the phrase, for shame. I'm not going to get out of here in a good position because I can't go backward. In fact, let's see. And again, I can't reach my keyboard properly, so I'll apologise now if I press all the wrong buttons. There we go. Yeah, that's what it is. I thought I had a free road, so I can't go that way. Can't go that way because it's a one-way road. I can't get round. That is a real shame. I wonder what happens if I try and drive forward. Probably not. It'll probably tell me I can't do it, but let's try it. Let's just see what happens. Nah, nothing at all. Well, that's a real shame. Not the end of the world, but at least then I know now that it was a glitch on the map, and we probably should have ended way up the top there. So I want to thank everybody for hanging around with me here. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I've realised that my setup isn't as workable as I was hoping, but it works. It works. I'm definitely going to change it though. I don't know, I think microphone is the first one. So, like I say, I want to thank everybody. Colonel, you're always a star. JW, it's always a pleasure to have you on my stream, mate. And I'll catch everybody real soon. And hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are. And have a grand weekend. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.
Simple, dear. I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn. Your pawn.